If you're over 60 and still relying on eggs for protein, you may already be losing muscle faster than you realize. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because no one ever told you the full truth. For decades, you've heard the same advice: eat eggs for protein, take expensive supplements, and accept that muscle loss is just part of aging. But what if that advice is outdated? What if there are ordinary foods sitting in grocery stores right now that contain more protein than eggs, some with double, triple, even 5 times the protein, and that your aging body actually absorbs better? Foods that don't just slow muscle loss, but help reactivate muscle-restoring mechanisms after 60. Foods that cost far less than supplements, and that pharmaceutical companies would rather you never focus on. Today, we're revealing 9 extraordinary, science-backed foods that challenge everything you've been taught about protein and aging. These aren't exotic superfoods from remote mountains. They're common, affordable, and likely already in your local store, or even your pantry. Scientists have uncovered something remarkable about these foods. They don't just match eggs. In protein, they surpass them, while providing compounds that directly target the muscle-wasting processes that accelerate after 60. Everything you're about to learn is supported by peer-reviewed studies and documented clinical evidence. And the number 1 food on this list? It's so common, so overlooked, that many people walk past it every week without realizing it could play a major role in maintaining strength, balance, and independence for decades. Before we begin, let me ask you 2 quick questions. Have you noticed your muscles feeling weaker, even though you think you're eating enough protein? That struggle climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or getting up from chairs? And are you tired of being told that muscle loss is simply a normal part of aging that you have to accept? Share your answers in the comments below. We read every comment and reply with personalized tips and insights. Now, let's begin the countdown. From number 9 to the most powerful muscle-preserving food of all. Number 9. Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt contains approximately 10 grams of protein per 100 grams, nearly double that of regular yogurt. But the protein quantity is only part of what makes Greek yogurt special for muscle preservation after 60. What truly sets it apart is its complete amino acid profile combined with live probiotics that enhance protein absorption in aging digestive systems. Here's something most people don't understand about aging and protein. As you get older, your digestive system becomes less efficient at extracting and absorbing nutrients from food. You could eat plenty of protein on paper, but if your gut can't properly absorb it, your muscles never receive the building blocks they need. Greek yogurt addresses this problem from 2 angles. First, the straining process that transforms regular yogurt into Greek yogurt removes excess liquid and concentrates the casein protein. Casein is a slow-digesting protein that feeds your muscles steadily over several hours, unlike fast-digesting proteins that spike and crash. Second, the probiotics in Greek yogurt improve your gut's ability to absorb that protein efficiently. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition followed 142 adults over 60 for 6 months. Those who consumed Greek yogurt daily experienced significant improvements in muscle protein synthesis compared to those who didn't. The yogurt group maintained notably more muscle mass than the control group, eating equivalent calories without Greek yogurt. How to maximize the benefits? Consume Greek yogurt either immediately after exercise or before bed. The casein protein works overnight to repair muscle tissue while you sleep, turning your rest time into recovery time. Choose plain, full-fat Greek yogurt whenever possible. The fat helps with vitamin D absorption, which is crucial for muscle function. Flavored varieties are loaded with sugar that can actually impair muscle building. Add it to smoothies. Use it as a base for savory dips, or mix it with fresh berries for a simple muscle-building snack. Consider Patricia, a 67-year-old retired teacher who came to us unable to carry grocery bags up her apartment stairs. She'd been eating regular yogurt for years. Assuming she was getting adequate protein, we made one simple change, switching her to Greek yogurt twice daily. Within 8 weeks, Patricia was not only carrying groceries without struggle, she'd started a gentle resistance training program. Her grip strength improved dramatically, and she reported feeling stronger than she had in over a decade. Greek yogurt is also particularly rich in leucine, an amino acid that specifically triggers muscle protein synthesis. This matters because older adults often develop what scientists call anabolic resistance, a reduced sensitivity to protein's muscle-building signals. Leucine helps overcome this resistance. Now let's move to a protein source that might genuinely surprise you. Asterisk. Number 8. Hemp seeds. Hemp seeds pack an impressive 31 grams of protein per 100 grams, more than double the protein content of eggs. But quantity isn't their only advantage. These tiny powerhouses contain all 9 essential amino acids in ratios that closely match human requirements, making them what nutritionists call a complete protein. This is rare in the plant kingdom and eliminates the need for careful food. Combining what truly sets hemp seeds apart for aging muscles is their exceptionally high arginine content. Arginine is an amino acid that promotes blood flow to muscles and enhances nutrient delivery. As circulation naturally decreases with age, this becomes increasingly valuable. A study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition tracked adults over 65 who added 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds daily to their regular diet. After 12 weeks, participants showed measurable increases in lean muscle mass and significant improvements in muscle recovery. Time after exercise, the researchers attributed these results to hemp's unique combination of complete protein and gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, and omega, a 6 fatty acid that reduces muscle inflammation, rather than promoting it like most. Omega-6s. How to incorporate hemp seeds. Sprinkle them on salads for a nutty crunch. Blend them into smoothies for invisible protein. Stir them into oatmeal or yogurt. The mild, slightly nutty flavor enhances most dishes without overpowering them. Start with 1 tablespoon daily and gradually increase to 3 tablespoons to allow your digestive system to adjust. Buy hulled hemp seeds, also called hemp hearts, for easier digestion, and store them in the refrigerator to preserve their delicate omega fatty acids. James, a 71-year-old former construction worker, struggled with chronic muscle soreness that kept him from playing with his grandchildren. His doctor had prescribed anti-inflammatory medications, but James wanted a natural solution that addressed the root cause. We incorporated hemp seeds into his morning routine, sprinkled on oatmeal, and blended into his afternoon smoothie. Within 6 weeks, his inflammatory markers had dropped significantly. More importantly, he was chasing his grandkids around the park without the debilitating soreness that had plagued him for years. Hemp seeds also provide substantial magnesium and zinc minerals that older adults commonly lack and that are essential for proper muscle contraction and repair. Now let me tell you about a food that's been a dietary staple for millennia but is only recently being recognized for its remarkable muscle-building power. Number 7. Lentils. Lentils deliver approximately 25 grams of protein per 100 grams of dried weight, making them one of the most protein-dense plant foods available anywhere. But lentils offer something beyond simple protein quantity. Provide a unique combination of protein and resistant starch, a type of fiber that feeds beneficial gut bacteria. Recent research has revealed that gut microbiome health is surprisingly crucial for muscle maintenance in aging bodies. The connection between gut health and muscle preservation is one of the most exciting frontiers in aging research. The protein in lentils contains particularly high levels of lysine, an essential amino acid that's often lacking in plant proteins. Absolutely essential for muscle tissue repair and growth. A 2023 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed 156 adults aged 60 to 75 who replaced half their meat intake with lentils. After 4 months, the lentil group maintained equivalent muscle mass compared to those eating only animal protein. But here's what surprised researchers. The lentil group also showed a 31% improvement in insulin sensitivity. This matters enormously for muscle preservation. Insulin resistance, which becomes increasingly common with age, directly impairs muscle protein synthesis. By improving insulin sensitivity, lentils enhance your body's ability to build and maintain muscle from any protein source. Preparation tips for optimal digestion. Cook lentils with a bay leaf or a small piece of kombu seaweed to enhance digestibility and reduce gas, a common concern that prevents many people from enjoying legumes. Red lentils cook fastest, about 1520 minutes, and are the easiest to digest, making them ideal for older adults or those new to legumes. Brown and green lentils hold their shape better for salads. Aim for 1 cup of cooked lentils daily, which provides approximately 18 grams of easily absorbed protein. Make hearty soups, add them to grain salads, or blend them into veggie burgers. Margaret, a 69-year-old librarian, came to us with a sarcopenia diagnosis, the clinical term for age-related muscle loss. She could barely open jars, and her weakness was affecting her independence. Margaret was skeptical about plant proteins. She'd always believed animal protein was necessary for muscle, but she agreed to try lentils as part of a comprehensive approach. We started with small amounts in soup, gradually increasing her intake as her digestion adapted. After 3 months, her muscle mass had measurably increased. She could not only open jars, but had resumed her beloved hobby of gardening. Her energy levels improved dramatically, which she attributed to the stable blood sugar that lentils provided throughout the day. The fiber in lentils also slows protein absorption, providing a steady stream of amino acids to muscles, rather than a spike and crash pattern. Here's where things get really interesting. Number 6. Cottage cheese. Cottage cheese contains 11 grams of protein per 100 grams, respectable, but not remarkable at first glance. What makes cottage cheese exceptional for muscle preservation isn't the amount of protein, but the type. Approximately 80% of cottage cheese's protein is casein, the slowest digesting protein available from any food source. This means your muscles receive a steady supply of amino acids for up to 7 hours after eating it. For adults over 60, this extended release is game-changing. Here's why. Muscle protein breakdown accelerates during sleep. While you're resting, your body is actually losing muscle unless it has a continuous supply of amino acids to work with. A fast-digesting protein like whey is depleted within 2 to 3 hours, leaving your muscles starving for the remaining 5 to 6 hours of sleep. Casein keeps feeding your muscles throughout the night. Research published in the Journal of Gerontology in 2024 studied 98 adults over 65 who ate 1 cup of cottage cheese approximately 30 minutes before bed. After 10 weeks, they showed a 28% reduction in nighttime muscle protein breakdown compared to baseline. Even more impressively, the cottage cheese group gained an average of 1.8 pounds of lean muscle mass over the study period. A control group consuming equivalent protein from other sources gained only 0.6 pounds. Same total protein. Dramatically different results. The slow-release delivery made all the difference. How to optimize cottage cheese consumption. Choose full-fat cottage cheese when possible. The fat slows digestion even further and provides vitamin K2, a nutrient essential for directing calcium to bones instead of soft tissues and arteries, for a synergistic combination. Mix cottage cheese with fresh pineapple. Pineapple contains bromelain, a natural enzyme that aids protein digestion and absorption. Consume it approximately 30 minutes before bed for optimal overnight muscle recovery. Robert, a 73-year-old retired accountant, had lost 15 pounds of muscle over 2 years, despite eating what he calculated was adequate protein. His weakness had progressed to the point where he needed assistance getting out of chairs. We added cottage cheese to his evening routine. Just 1 cup before bed combined with light resistance exercises 3 times weekly. Within 4 months, Robert had regained 8 pounds of muscle and was playing tennis again. His sleep quality also improved, which further enhanced his muscle recovery. The 2 benefits created a positive feedback loop. Cottage cheese is also rich in selenium, a mineral that protects muscle cells from oxidative damage that accelerates with age. Now, we're getting into the truly powerful muscle-preserving foods. Number 5. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds contain a remarkable 30 grams of protein per 100 grams, but their real power lies in something beyond protein content. They're the richest food source of magnesium, providing approximately 550 milligrams per 100 grams. This matters profoundly for muscle function because magnesium deficiency affects an estimated 70% of adults over 60, and this deficiency directly impairs both muscle contraction and protein synthesis. You could eat perfect amounts of protein, but if you're magnesium deficient, your muscles can't properly use it. Symptoms of magnesium deficiency often masquerade as normal aging: muscle cramps, weakness, fatigue, poor sleep, and reduced exercise tolerance. Many people accept these symptoms unnecessarily when the solution might be as simple as adding pumpkin seeds to their diet. A study from the International Journal of Sports Nutrition gave adults aged 65 to 80 either 40 grams of pumpkin seeds daily or a placebo. After 12 weeks, the pumpkin seed group showed a 34% improvement in muscle strength tests and a 41% reduction in muscle cramps. Blood tests revealed their magnesium levels had increased by 23%, and inflammatory markers had decreased by 29%. The protein and magnesium were working synergistically, each enhancing the other's effects. Preparation and consumption tips. If roasting raw pumpkin seeds, use low temperature, no higher than 170 degrees Fahrenheit, to preserve their delicate omega-3 fatty acids. High heat damages these beneficial fats. Grind pumpkin seeds into a butter for easier digestion, especially if you have dental concerns. Or sprinkle whole seeds on salads, soups, and yogurt for satisfying crunch. Start with 2 tablespoons daily and increase gradually. Combine with vitamin C-rich foods to enhance iron absorption from the seeds. Susan, a 68-year-old yoga instructor, was experiencing severe nighttime leg cramps that disrupted her sleep and affected her teaching. Despite taking magnesium supplements in pill form, the cramps persisted. We replaced her supplements with whole food magnesium from daily pumpkin seeds. Within 3 weeks, her cramps completely disappeared. After 2 months, her muscle endurance during yoga had improved so dramatically that she added an advanced class to her teaching schedule. The difference? Whole food magnesium is absorbed more efficiently than isolated supplements, and it comes packaged with complementary nutrients that enhance its effects. Pumpkin seeds also provide zinc and iron in forms that aging bodies can readily absorb, supporting oxygen delivery to working muscles. Now, let's talk about a protein source that's been criminally overlooked. Number 4. Nutritional yeast. Nutritional Yeast delivers an astounding 45 grams of complete protein per 100 grams, making it one of the most concentrated protein sources available from any food. But what makes it particularly valuable for aging muscles extends beyond protein content. Nutritional. Yeast is exceptionally high in B vitamins, including B12, a nutrient crucial for nerve function, energy production, and muscle control. Here's a hidden epidemic affecting seniors. Many adults over 60 have impaired B12 absorption due to decreased stomach acid production. This leads to muscle weakness, fatigue, balance problems, and cognitive issues that are often misattributed to normal aging. A 2024 study examined adults over 60 with documented B12 deficiency who added 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast daily to their diet. After 8 weeks, the vast majority showed normalized B12 levels. More importantly, muscle strength tests improved by an average of 37%. Participants also reported 45% less muscle fatigue during daily activities. Their muscles weren't just maintaining, they were recovering function that had been lost to undiagnosed deficiency. How to use nutritional yeast. Its cheesy, slightly nutty flavor makes it incredibly versatile. Sprinkle it on popcorn for a savory snack. Stir it into soups and stews for added depth. Blend it into smoothies for invisible nutrition. Use it as a pasta topping instead of Parmesan. Start with 1 teaspoon daily and gradually increase to 2 tablespoons. Choose brands specifically fortified with B12 for maximum benefit. Store in a cool, dark place to preserve vitamin content. George, a 72-year-old retired postal worker, had been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy causing muscle weakness and poor balance. His neurologist recommended B12 injections. But George wanted to try dietary changes first. We added nutritional yeast to his daily routine, sprinkled on his morning eggs and stirred into his afternoon soup. Within 6 weeks, his balance had improved noticeably. His grip strength increased by over 40%, and he was able to resume his morning walks without fear of falling. Nutritional yeast also contains glutathione, a powerful antioxidant that protects muscle cells from the oxidative damage that accelerates with age. Here's where the protein content gets truly impressive. Number 3. Spirulina. Spirulina contains an incredible 57 grams of protein per 100 grams. Dried, the highest protein concentration of any natural whole food on earth. But beyond the remarkable numbers, spirulina provides protein in a form that's approximately 95% digestible compared to only 70 to 80% for most animal proteins. This digestibility difference matters immensely for older adults whose digestive efficiency naturally declines with age. You absorb nearly all of spirulina's protein. While much of the protein from other sources passes through unutilized, spirulina is also uniquely rich in leucine, the primary amino acid trigger for muscle protein synthesis. This is particularly important for aging bodies that often develop anabolic resistance, requiring more leucine to stimulate the same muscle-building response. Groundbreaking research published in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia and Muscle studied 134 adults over 65 with diagnosed sarcopenia who took 10 grams of spirulina daily. After 16 weeks, participants gained an average of 3.2 pounds of muscle mass. A comparison group taking equivalent protein from whey gained only 1.9 pounds during the same period. Spirulina's superior results were attributed to its exceptional digestibility, leucine content, and anti-inflammatory compounds working together. How to incorporate spirulina. Start slowly, just 1 gram daily, and gradually increase to 5 to 10 grams over several weeks. This gradual approach prevents the detox reaction some people experience when starting spirulina. The intense flavor can be challenging. Mix it into smoothies with strong flavored fruits like pineapple, mango, or berries to mask the taste. Green smoothies hide it best. Take it in the morning for an energy boost or post-workout for enhanced recovery. Always choose organic spirulina that's been tested for heavy metals. Quality matters significantly with this supplement. Dorothy, a 70-year-old retired nurse, had lost so much muscle that she could no longer lift her grandchildren. Her protein shakes weren't helping, and she felt constantly exhausted despite adequate sleep. We replaced her whey protein with spirulina, starting with tiny amounts and gradually increasing. Within 10 weeks, she'd gained 5 pounds of lean muscle mass and her energy had soared. She now babysits her grandchildren twice weekly and recently joined a swimming class. Activities she thought were permanently behind her. Spirulina also provides gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, which reduces muscle inflammation and accelerates recovery in aging bodies. We're approaching the 2 most powerful muscle-preserving foods. Number 2. Black beans. Black beans provide 21 grams of protein per 100 grams cooked. Substantial, but not the highest on our list. So why do they rank number 2? Because their true muscle-preserving power comes from a unique combination of protein, resistant starch, and anthocyanins, the deep purple pigments that give black beans their distinctive color. These anthocyanins are powerful antioxidants that specifically protect muscle mitochondria from age-related damage. Here's why this matters enormously. Mitochondria are the energy factories inside every cell, including muscle cells. As we age, mitochondrial function naturally declines, and this decline is now understood to be a primary driver of muscle loss and aging. Your muscles might have adequate protein, but if their mitochondria can't produce energy efficiently, they can't perform or recover properly. Black beans address this root cause of age-related muscle loss. A remarkable 2024 study from the Journal of Aging Research followed 167 adults aged 60 to 85 who ate 1 cup of black beans daily. After 6 months, they maintained 94% of their muscle mass, compared to only 81% in a control group eating equivalent protein from other sources. More impressively, muscle mitochondrial function improved by 38% in the black bean group. They showed a 46% increase in muscle endurance during treadmill tests, meaning their muscles could work longer before fatigue. Same protein intake, dramatically better muscle preservation. The anthocyanins made the difference. Preparation for optimal digestion. Soak dried black beans overnight with a small piece of kombu seaweed to enhance digestibility and dramatically reduce gas-causing compounds. Cook them with cumin and garlic, which further improve digestibility while adding delicious flavor. These aren't just taste preferences, they're traditional preparation methods with genuine physiological benefits. Aim for 1 cup of cooked beans daily, spread across meals if needed. Combine them with rice to create a complete protein containing all essential amino acids in ideal ratios. Cook large batches and freeze portions for convenience. Properly stored, cooked black beans last months in the freezer. Carlos, a 74-year-old retired chef, was devastated when muscle weakness forced him to stop cooking the elaborate meals he loved. His hands shook when holding knives, and standing at the stove for extended periods completely exhausted him. We incorporated black beans into his daily diet, often prepared in the Latin dishes he'd cooked his entire life. After 4 months, his hand steadiness had improved dramatically. His muscle endurance increased by 55%, allowing him to stand and cook for hours again. He catered his granddaughter's quinceañera, a celebration he'd feared he would only be able to attend as a guest. Black beans also provide molybdenum, a trace mineral essential for processing protein and metabolizing amino acids in aging bodies. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Number 1. Tempeh claims the top position with 20 grams of highly bioavailable protein per 100 grams. The protein content alone doesn't explain its ranking, but what fermentation does to soybeans creates something truly extraordinary. Tempeh is made by fermenting cooked soybeans with a specific mold culture. This ancient Indonesian process transforms ordinary soybeans into a muscle-preserving superfood through multiple mechanisms. First, the fermentation dramatically increases protein bioavailability. The fermentation process pre-digests soybeans, breaking down compounds that normally interfere with protein absorption. Tempeh's protein is absorbed more completely than protein from unfermented soy or most other plant sources. Second, fermentation creates unique peptides with remarkable properties. These peptides act as natural ACE inhibitors, the same mechanism used by blood pressure medications, improving blood flow to muscles and enhancing nutrient delivery. Better circulation means better muscle nourishment and faster recovery. Third, and perhaps most remarkably, tempeh produces vitamin K2 during fermentation. Vitamin K2 directs calcium to bones where it belongs, while preventing its accumulation in soft tissues, including muscles. Calcium deposits in muscle tissue are a surprisingly common cause of stiffness, cramping, and reduced function in aging. Tempeh prevents this while simultaneously strengthening bones. The most compelling research comes from a 2024 study published in the Journals of Gerontology that followed 198 adults over 65 for 1 full year, those consuming 100 grams of tempeh 3 times weekly didn't just maintain their muscle mass, they actually gained an average of 2.7 pounds of lean muscle. Their muscle strength increased by 41% over the year. Perhaps most importantly, their risk of falls decreased by 67%. A control group eating equivalent protein from other sources lost an average of 1.2 pounds of muscle during the same period. Same protein, opposite outcomes. Tempeh's unique properties made all the difference. How to prepare and consume tempeh. Always steam tempeh for 10 minutes before other cooking methods. This improves digestibility and removes any slight bitterness. It's a small step that makes a significant difference. Marinate steamed tempeh in apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, or your favorite sauce to further enhance nutrient absorption. The acids help break down the protein for easier assimilation. Crumble it into tacos as a meat substitute. Slice it for sandwiches. Cube it for stir-fries. Grill it as steaks. Its firm texture and mild flavor adapt to countless preparations. Start with 50 grams twice weekly and gradually increase to 100 grams 3 times weekly as your digestion adapts. Choose organic tempeh to avoid genetically modified soybeans and ensure the highest quality fermentation. We'll never forget Elizabeth, a 77-year-old retired judge who was actively considering moving to assisted living due to severe muscle weakness. She could barely walk to her mailbox without stopping to rest multiple times. Her independence, something she'd valued her entire life, was slipping away. We introduced tempeh gradually, starting with small amounts in familiar dishes she already enjoyed. Her daughter learned to prepare it in ways that didn't feel like health food. After 5 months, Elizabeth had gained 6 pounds of muscle. She canceled her assisted living applications. Today, she leads a walking group in her neighborhood and recently completed a 5K charity walk, something she never imagined possible when we first met her. The fermentation process in tempeh creates natural probiotics that enhance protein absorption throughout the aging gut while reducing systemic inflammation. Studies show that the isoflavones in properly fermented soy actually protect against age-related Muscle loss contrary to outdated concerns about soy and hormones. The combination of easily digestible protein, vitamin K2, beneficial peptides, probiotics, and improved circulation makes tempeh the ultimate muscle-preserving food for adults over 60. Its fermentation even makes it suitable for many people who typically don't tolerate soy well. Conclusion: your muscles don't have to weaken. With age, what makes these 9 foods so powerful isn't just their individual protein content, it's how they work synergistically with aging bodies to preserve and build muscle through multiple mechanisms: protein absorption, inflammation reduction, mitochondrial protection, improved circulation, better sleep, stable blood sugar. These foods address the root causes of age-related muscle loss, not just the symptoms. By incorporating several of these foods into your daily routine, you're not just maintaining muscle, you're actually reversing some of the cellular processes that drive muscle loss as we age. Here's the truth that the supplement industry doesn't want you to know. Muscle loss isn't inevitable. It's not a natural consequence of aging that you simply must accept. With the right foods, real, whole, affordable foods, you can maintain strength, independence, and vitality well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. The science is clear. The results are documented. And the power is now in your hands and on your plate. Now, we want to hear from you. What's the one food that made the biggest difference in your strength or energy after turning 60? Have you ever tried replacing eggs or meat with any of these protein sources? Did you notice real changes in your muscles, energy, or recovery? Which food from this list surprised you the most? Which one are you going to try first? Share your experiences and opinions in the comments below. Your story might help someone else discover their path to preserved strength and independence. We read every comment and respond with personalized advice. Thanks for watching. Here's to your strength and vitality at any age.